with all the people, right? And the deal was, if we add 20,000 subscribers to my YouTube, I'm going to unlock a special bonus, right?
Yeah.
That is the deal that we put in. Guys, we are 14K there, about 6K, not, I think 13.5K there. If we are able to get enough of subscribers on the channel, by the time I come back, I'm going to teach you the voice agent as well. Okay. So that is the deal. You've got some time, 2 minutes to do that. And Funny has something to teach you. And right after I come back, we will get going with it. And after I come back, right, I'll also show you how I literally work on a daily level as a AI generalist, which I think you will find it very, very fancy, right? And you would absolutely love it. Over to you, Funny. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Teach them the PowerPoint, the presentation tool that you absolutely were
Perfect.
showing off.
Perfect. Perfect. So, folks, here's what really happened, right? I've been creating a lot of presentations as the Associate Director of Growth at Outskill. But just yesterday, or in fact, day before yesterday, I came across this incredible tool that beat all the other tools that I was using until then. And then I walked up to Vaibhav and I said, why don't we go ahead and show this to all of the people who are attending the mastermind at this point of time? How many of you, give me a thumbs up if creating presentations is something that you do on a regular level in your workplaces? And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of you also asked us to cover this when you responded back to the emails stating that when we asked you what is it that you would like to learn. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a workflow. Like I said, like I have been saying since yesterday, we don't just use tools directly, but we always go ahead and use them in the form of workflows. So what I'm going to do right now is I will show you the exact same workflow that I follow to be able to create presentations, and also introduce all of you to this incredible tool that I came across that all of you could also start using to create presentations without breaking a sweat. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I generally feel, uh, and you might think otherwise, that great presentations, I feel, are not just about the design but also about the content inside the slides. How many of you agree with that great presentations are not always just about the design or the visual elements of it, but also about what is inside the presentation in terms of content on the slides? Do you agree that the content also has to be very, very relevant? Yes, exactly. And for that, I usually go to ChatGPT as my friend. And here is what I'm going to tell ChatGPT to be able to get content for the slides that we will eventually go ahead and design as well, right? So here's what I'm going to tell ChatGPT. You are an expert management consultant who has a lot of years of experience, and you have been designing incredible pitch decks for companies that have raised a lot of capital from venture capitalists. You know what it takes to be able to create presentations that convert very, very well in front of venture capitalists. As the associate director of growth at Outskill, we are trying to raise capital to be able to scale up our operations. We have a vision of reaching to 100 million plus people globally when it comes to AI education, and we want to help the world learn generative AI. So far, we have trained about 10 million plus people, and we want to be able to take that all the way up to 100 million plus people in the next 2 years. And I want you to go ahead and help me build the content for a presentation that I would go ahead and present to our investors to be able to raise $10 million that we will eventually be using to scale up our operations. I want you to do extensive research about the market potential and everything around it, understand everything that is required, and go ahead and give me content for 10 slides that I'm going to be using in this particular presentation. Go ahead, do in-depth research, and give me this content for 10 slides that I will go ahead and design later on. So this is what I tell ChatGPT, just like how we gave ChatGPT different roles yesterday, even today, we are giving it the role of an expert management consultant who has a lot of years designing and developing content for pitch decks that raise capital. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with at this point of time. It's now thinking. Okay, let's give it a couple of seconds to be able to build the content. It's doing the market research for AI education. Wonderful. Now it's doing additional research as well, as you can see. But while ChatGPT does this, because you have all seen already the thinking process that ChatGPT usually follows, you have all seen that already. But let me go ahead and introduce all of you to this amazing tool that we are going to be using to design our slides as well. And I will tell you why this tool really struck to me and how it is very different from all of the other tools that exist, right? So the name of the tool is Chronicle. When you open it, is what it will do. I'm going to share the link very soon with this particular tool, right? Once you log in, let me just do that. This is the kind of interface that Chronicle is going to show to you as soon as you log in. There is a sidebar that you can always close, and in the sidebar, you can always create new documents and all of that. But whenever you create a new document, you have three options that come up here. One is paste text. That is what we are going to be doing. You can also use Chronicle to generate an entire presentation from scratch with just a prompt. And you can also, let's say you have a PDF document or you have a website design, you can import that content and convert that also into slides. But let us see if ChatGPT has given us all of the slides that are required. It says, awesome, let's get you a crisp investor ready 10 slide storyline. It has included current sourced market stats and everything around it. And as you can see, it has given us references also right here. So I can go ahead and go through all of these references to check if factually all of this data is correct. But what I'm going to do right now is I will go ahead and copy the content that it has given for all of the 10 different slides. Let me just see what are the headings that it has come up with. Title and vision. The problem is something that it is addressing. It is talking about the market size and the opportunity that exists. It's talking about the solution that we are offering to the world, the traction and everything around it. What is the GTM strategy that we could follow when we enter new markets, business model and unit economics. Wonderful. Give me a thumbs up as a reaction if you think this is quite extensive that we can go ahead and include in our pitch deck, right? So what I'm going to do is I will just go ahead and copy all of these slides here. And wonderful. I have copied all of this. I come to Chronicle and I ChatGPT option called continue. Start doing, and this is why I absolutely loved Chronicle, is that unlike all of the other tools that exist, Chronicle actually reads through the entire content that we have put up. It has its own brain. So it arranges all of the content that we have already put in into better format, which will be suitable for the slides that we are creating. It will redo the whole content that we have given it, and then it will push out the whole content in a very structured way. This is not something that the reasons why I feel Chronicle is equal to how Apple is for mobile phones, right? Look at this. It has given the entire content once again to us, and it has now reiterated the whole content based on how it has understood it. And this is what it says should be the flow of the entire presentation. Again, it has created 10 different slides that it is going to give us overall. Now, I have to just simply go ahead and click on continue. As I click on continue, it is now going ahead and creating a storyline. it is also building a structure and outlining the chapters based on what it has will start designing a couple. And earlier, it used to take almost a week's effort to do the brainstorming, to put all of the content together, and then pass it on to a designer who can then go ahead and design slides in a very premium manner. Today, all of that has just come down to probably 10 to 15 minutes of effort. Let's give it a couple of seconds more. It's going ahead and arranging all of the details. It has again given this to me. Let me go ahead and click on continue over here. All right. And I will share the link of this tool with everyone so that you can all also go ahead and start using it to build your presentations. Let's wait for the final slides to come up. I think it's still arranging the details because it is going to ask us when it just before it goes ahead to design the slides, it's going to ask us one very interesting question. And that question is whether it should generate images all by itself using one of the diffusion models that we learned about yesterday, or it is going to ask us whether it should go ahead with stock images. Let me see. Okay, this is the content that it has given us.
I have a hypothesis. I think a lot of people have jumped onto the website right now because you shared the URL. This is why I was not sharing the name of the product yesterday, right?
Yeah,
With the number of people out there, I think
I think it has gone into a loop here. Let me
yes,
just try.
yes.
Yeah, it has gone into loop over here.
Yeah, for me, it's not even loading. It's not even like the website is not opening for me.
I think a lot of people have jumped onto it right now.
This is exactly why we don't share the URLs, guys. You guys all jump into it at the same time. Like literally, you won't believe me. The website is not loading for me.
Yeah, see,
If
it's
you do
crashing.
a
It's taking me back to the same page again and again.
yes, yes, it's down. It's down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this slightly later as oh my god, there's a client side exception. See the browser console error. So it's literally down. It's literally down. I have to like I don't know. Let me share my screen. Look at this, guys. I'm on Chronicle. And look at this. You have basically taken the whole website down. What
Wow.
madness. It's Chronicle, application error, client side exception. This is
So
exactly why we don't share. I was really scared when you said the name of the tool right off the bat. I knew this is going to happen and you guys did it. You guys did it. Now the founders of Chronicle must be wondering what just happened. There's a tsunami of users came in at the same time and crashed their website. What just happened?
yeah,
Maybe funny, you should reach out to the founder.
but for the others who are wondering what this tool is, of course, I was not able to show you the entire slides. Probably I'll do that towards the lunch break again, Weber, when the server comes back. But this is
Yeah.
the link to the tool. You can go ahead and check it out probably later.
You're gonna break it even more right now. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this. In fact, funny, once it settles down, you can
Yeah.
tell me if it has, the slides are built out, then we can show them. But yeah, things that happens at the scale, right? When you have tens of thousands of people on a call, this is essentially what happens, right? You can't really do much. Okay, let's move on to this. Now I'll be very cautious and I will not be sharing the name of the tools to start with, right? Because I don't want you guys to take the websites down anymore. Guys, we have over 20,000 people at this point of time, right? And no servers are built to handle such level of traffic, quite frankly, right? Uh, so funny, maybe you should write to the founder and say that next time just increase your servers before we do a session.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, so guys, there was a promise that I made as I come back. obviously you guys haven't kept up to your promise. We have only got like we are still 3K more to go, but that's okay. There's a reason why I asked you guys to go and check out my YouTube, and you would know that answer very, very soon today. But before that, right, I still said that I will teach you something very cool. And that cool thing that I wanted to teach you was essentially how to convert this product that we built out. Convert this product that we built out, which is where we ask a question, we get answers to those questions right here. How do we convert this into a voice agent? For that, I'm going to use this super cool tool, which I'm not going to share the name of as of right now. I'll share the name of the tool once I build it. Okay. It's a tool which allows me to build voice agents. For that, I just come here. I have to click on assistants and I have to click on create new assistant. Right. Once I've created new assistant, I can call this anything I want. I'm going to call this the Outskill AI Mentor. Keep the template blank and click on create assistant. Now that I've done it, right? It's all right here. I can select which OpenAI model that I want. Let's say I want the best model that I have, which is OpenAI Mini. It has this question saying first message mode, assistant speaks first. What is the first message? Hello, how are you? This is what the AI will talk back to you. And next comes the prompt. You remember the prompt that we built out for Gemini? Well, that is the prompt that we're going to use here as well. The prompt is done. We used it. One prompt was we used it inside of Gemini Projects. We used it inside of Gemini Gem. Now we're going to use it inside of this, which is the Gemini Gem. The prompt that we wrote for Gemini Gem, we just use it inside of this as well. So I just pasted the prompt, and now I have to upload the file as well. So I can just select the file that I have already, and there you go. The file is uploaded. And that's it. I'm pretty much done. I uploaded the same prompt. I uploaded the same file. Now I can literally select the voice as well. I'm going to click on this voice option because it's a voice bot, right? I can select voice. I can select how it speaks. And Vapi, which is the tool that we're using, already has a bunch of voices already. But because I'm slightly advanced as a user, I'm going to use a advanced voice here with a manual voice ID. You don't need to know what I'm doing, but you can select one of the voices that are already existing. And I can simply click on publish button. Now that I've published, I can simply click on talk to assistant and I can show you the magic. Guys, we have done it. We copied and pasted the same prompt. We uploaded the same file. We selected a voice. In this case, I selected an advanced voice with a voice ID. It's slightly advanced. You might not know how to go about it, but we are done. And here is the magic. I click on talk to assistant. It says connecting.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing great too. What part of the 2-day Outskill Masterclass would you like help with right now? Prompt engineering, workflow automation, custom GPTs, diffusion models, or one of the tools we covered, Agent, Midjourney, Claude, Runway, 11 Labs?
Okay, this is awesome. Could you tell me the tools that was used for data analysis?
Great question, and a common one after the masterclass. From the sessions, the tools covered that were used specifically for data analysis are Numerous.ai, Numerous.ai.
Awesome. Could you
Purpose.
also tell me the prompt formula that was taught in the session?
Great question. That magic prompt formula is one of the core practical takeaways from day one. It's simple, repeatable, and was taught as a structured way to get predictable, high quality outputs from any LLM. Here,
Guys, what do you guys think of what you just saw? If your minds were blown, drop a MB in the chat. Drop a MB in the chat if your minds were blown. How crazy is this? And by the way, if you guys are still wondering, what is this tool that just did everything right now? The name of the tool is called as Vapi. And Funny, do you want to share the link of the tool?
Yes, Vaibhav, just sharing it.
Right? So guys, the name of the tool is called as Vapi. And this is a tool which allows you to build voice agents just by uploading the prompt and the structure of the content. And you can sign up and you can play with it. Of course, it's not a free app, but it costs you about, I think, a couple of rupees per minute for usage. But that is the power of any great AI tool. With that being said, we have covered quite a lot already, right? We started with how to build an app using custom GPTs, and then we learned write our GPT. Introduced you can a Q&A bot. Then Funny came in out a presentation using. Finally, we came back here and we literally. So guys, if you had a great time so far, a party emoji in the section, the party emoji, so that I know that all of. And let me know in the chat how scale of 1 to 10 going on so far. Insane. But here is where we take it to the next level right now. For the next 45 minutes, what I'm going to show you is going to absolutely blow your minds. What I'm going to show you right now is a walkthrough of how I work as an AI generalist. Yesterday, I introduced you to the concept of AI generalist, where I taught you on how to become an AI generalist, what is the roadmap, and everything around it. Today, what I wanted to show you right now is to give you a step-by-step walkthrough of how I work on a daily level as an AI generalist. The kind of tools I use, the kind of workflows I use, the kind of automations that I do, everything around it, so that you get a full picture of how I operate on a daily level. Now, as I show you this, it comes with a caveat. And that caveat is, if your expectation is that I'm going to teach you everything step by step, that is not going to be possible. You see, I'm going to give you guys a roadmap, which will help you to learn everything that I'm showing you today, step by step, end of today. Not end of this session, end of today, you guys are going to get a roadmap to become an AI generalist, right? But before that, what I realized is if I don't show you the direction of what you could possibly do as an AI generalist, you might not be all thrilled and excited about it, right? Because you don't know what the destination is. So what I thought is I'll take about 45 minutes towards the end of the session to literally give you a full picture of how we operate on a daily level, how I, as an AI generalist, operate on a daily level so that you learn and you get an understanding of what future of work looks like. With that being said, like I clearly mentioned, I can't teach you everything step by step, because if I have to teach you everything step by step that I'm going to show you, it will take you 200 to 300 hours. And we don't have that time, right? My job is to show you how I operate so that you get a glimpse, you get a goalpost that you can set for yourself saying, I also want to work like this. And then we are going to give you a roadmap for people who are on the call till end of today. You can use that roadmap to learn everything yourself as well. Are we clear? Up in a heart reaction if you guys are on a daily level. Yes, incredible. All right, let's get right inside of this. And while I teach you this, right, while I show you this, I also wanted to run you through high level directional roadmap of becoming an AI generalist all over again as well. Okay, perfect. With that being said, let's get started and get ready for your minds to be blown. Guys, I told you, becoming an AI generalist is going from level 1 to level 5 so that you can master the art of problem solving using AI. And the level 1 of this is what I explained to you yesterday, is about playing with a lot of prompting techniques, experiment with a lot of AI models, run through open source LLMs. And you know what? You need to learn how to run LLMs locally on your computers, how to fine tune the parameters using OpenAI Playground and other playgrounds around it. And you know what? For you to be able to achieve stuff. For the level 1, right? I showed you something. And I wanted a lot of people to see this. That is, there are almost 500 AI models on this platform called as Open Router. And I also told you there are rankings. And if you scroll down, let's say if you have a very specific use case, let's say you want to do marketing. Here are all the models that are being used for marketing right now, which you can scroll through and play with them as well. Right? And I showed you all these AI models as well. And I told you that today I will tell you how I use these AI models because there is no other way to use these AI models. Yup has a few AI models, but not all of them. How do you go about it? Well, if you are use slightly different. It's a Mac or a Windows app that is installed on my computer. And you know what I did? I integrated Bolt with Open Router. You can see this. I have connected this tool Open Router to this app on my computer called as Bolt. As a result, all of a sudden, I have access to all the 500 AI models right here. How crazy is this? I can literally select any of the 500 AI models right here and I can start playing with them. This is what rockstar AI generalists are actually capable of. Let's say I want to use Qwen 3 14 billion parameter model. I selected this model. I can ask a question and here comes the answer. And it comes in a beautiful user interface. It's a reasoning model. So right now it is thinking, you guys can see. And here comes the answer. Generate a list of fun outdoor activities for kids is what I asked. Like an example, we are using the Qwen 3 14 billion parameter model right now, which is right here. You can see it's a 30 billion parameter model, but I used a 14 billion parameter model and we got this output just like that. Now, this is not enough. It's not just about using the right AI models as an AI generalist. It is also about how you use them. And I told you, smart people who are real AI generalists don't just stop by using these AI models, they go beyond. You know what? When you toggle on the sidebar right here, something opens up and it's called the parameters of the AI models. Now, this is what 99.99% of people have not even heard of. You see, every AI has a bunch of knobs that you can change, and when you change these knobs, the kind of outputs that you get fundamentally changes. For example, there's something called a temperature, max tokens, presence penalty, frequency penalty, top p value, top k value, a reasoning effect, and everything around it. As I change these parameters, the kind of outputs that I get also changes. Of course, we don't have the time right now to teach you step by step on what each of these things are, but the roadmap that you guys are going to get, you guys will have explanations of all these things. So stay till the end to get that roadmap today. Okay, you will have explanations of all these things so that you can learn all these things yourself as well. Now, I showed you how I use these AI models, right, to do a lot of stuff, and how I connect Open Router to my Bolt. Of course, I didn't teach you step by step because, like I said, that will take a lot of time. But again, right, you don't need to write any single line of code. And I also told you there are a lot of hidden parameters that you can change to differentiate the kind of outputs that you're getting. But you know what? As an AI generalist on level one, just on level one, you should be able to run your own AI models on your computer. And you know what? It is possible. You don't need to know how to write a single line of code for this. And you can literally run your own AI models locally on your computer. You can. And that what if my data is stolen? What if there is something important? You guys saw the news that ChatGPT could pass on your information to the authorities if you're doing something that they think is off, right? Or for whatever data privacy reasons, you cannot share your data. And you want all the information to be confined to you. Then you have to run your own AI models. And you know what? Today, if you can install this something called as Olama, which is an incredible software, which builds a firmware on top of your AI. It builds like a firmware on top of your AI models. right? And on top of your CPU. As a result, if you have Ollama installed on your computer, you can then install other AI models to run on your computer. Okay, let me show you how this works. Okay, I'm going to open up my activity monitor. You all know that AI uses something called as GPU, which is a graphical processing unit. And let me open to use Ollama, right? You need to use the terminal. Okay, terminal on a Mac or your PC as well, right? I've opened up terminal and I have to write some commands. Guys, you have to learn stuff like this. These are very simple, right? I just type Ollama. Here comes the list of commands that I can use. Let's see what all AI models I'm running on my computer. I can just say Ollama list, and here it comes. I'm running the Gamma model. I'm running the Llama, which is by Meta. I'm running the DeepSeek model, and I'm also running one more Llama model. So let's say I want to use this model, which is running literally on my computer right now. I can just say Ollama run this model. And you know what? It is currently running this model. I can ask a question. What came first? Chicken or egg? And you know what? The answer that you're getting at this point of time is all coming from an AI model that is literally running on my computer at this point of time. And look at my GPU. GPU, which is at this point of time to be able to generate this answer. So it doesn't need access to any internet. It is free forever. All your data is safe, running locally on your computer, right? So this is what you're doing at this point of time. We are able to run AI literally on our computer. Now you'll be like, yeah, WebHub, this is great and all, but the user interface is so boring. It is so boring. Who's going to use this interface? Well, I agree. And that is why I don't use this interface at all. You know what I use? I use the same tool again, Bolt. You remember Bolt that we used with OpenRouter to connect OpenRouter? I have integrated Ollama. Now that I've installed Ollama on my computer, I've integrated Ollama to Bolt. As a result, you can see all the 4 models that are running locally on my computer are listed right here. I can select the model that I want and again ask a question that I want, and here it comes. Now, there's an AI model that is literally running on my computer for free, without internet, for life. And I'm able to run it in a beautiful interface like this. And on top of that, I can change the parameters of these AI models as well. Guys, are you guys able to visualize the amount of power you have in your hand all of a sudden? This is what an AI generalist does. And this is how an AI generalist operates. And you know what? This is just the level 1. This is just the level 1 of becoming an AI generalist. Then comes level 2. You will be able to achieve everything that there is today in level 1 in maybe 3 months of self-learning. We'll give you the document. You can learn everything yourself. It will take you 3 months, but you can finish the level 1 all by yourself. You don't need to know how to write a single line of code. That is level 1. Now, let's jump to level 2. Level 2 is all about, like I reminded you yesterday as well, it's all about building workflows and all things using something called MCP, Model Context Protocol. Now, a lot of people will be like, what the hell is this? Well, you all should remember MCP, Model Context Protocol, because this is the thing that's going to eat up most of the jobs. What do I mean by that? You see, every time when someone says, oh, AI is going to take over jobs, a lot of people are going to come and stand in the line and say, no, it can't. AI is ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to do the job. So I do copy paste work. I use the tool that I use. How will AI take over my job? Well, you know what? MCP is this protocol which replaces you as a human being with an AI assistant to use the tools that use on an everyday level to do your job. So all of a sudden, if you use a tool on the internet, AI can use that tool using something called as Model Context Protocol. It's an integration protocol. And you don't need to write a single line of code to be able to use that. It can use literally any tool that you use today, much better than you, 24/7, and it is way more knowledgeable than you. Salesforce, whatever, ServiceNow, MailChimp, and QuickBooks, any tool there on the internet, AI can use all those tools. In fact, let me show you an example. Okay. Let me show you this example. I think you will be able to relate to this on how I use these crazy tools on a daily level. Okay. Let me show you this. So just give me a second, guys. Okay. So folks, this guy you see on the screen, his name is Raj Shamani. Okay. He's a good friend of mine. And he has close to 5 million followers on his Instagram, like you guys can know or can see. And he has lit of posts, right? Almost 3,000 posts on his Instagram reels. And look at the views that he gets: 2 million views, 3 million views, 5 million views, right? It's crazy the number of views he gets on his Instagram. Let's say I want to start my own Instagram as well and create content in a way that I can go viral as well. I want to go viral. Look at this, 15 million views. I want to go viral as well. So I want to take inspiration from Raj's content. I want to take inspiration from Raj's content, look at content that has gone viral for him, and I want to be able to replicate that content as well. How do I go about it? How do I go about replicating the content of Raj's profile so that I can go viral on as well, just by referring to Raj's content? And he has created so many pieces of content that has already gone viral. So it makes a lot of sense for me to do that, right? And by the way, if you can see this, I have which you can find it here if you want to check it out later on his Instagram as well, right? So what I told my team is, and this is something that my team used to do, I used to tell my team, go through all the Instagram reels of Raj, make a list of all the content that has got more than, let's say, 2 million views. Make a list of that on a Google Sheet. Write the number of likes each of the posts got, comments each of the posts got, number of views each of the posts got on a Google Sheet. Go through all 3,000 posts of Raj. Once you have listed everything down, let's do some data analysis to find the top performing posts of Raj. Let's say the top 100 posts of Raj. Once we have the top 100 posts of Raj, I asked my team, download those videos using a tool like Apify. By the way, Apify is a very cool tool for you to be able to download anything. So they can go to a tool like Instagram Scraper. Apify has a lot of scraping tools inside. It's a marketplace of scrapers. I asked my team, go to a tool like Apify, upload all the top 100 posts of Raj so that it can download all the videos one by one. And once it has downloaded all the videos, all the top 100 videos of Raj, go and look for Instagram transcript generator, which is also a tool inside of Apify. Use this tool, upload all the videos, all the 100 videos inside of this tool, so it can generate all the 100 transcripts. Right? Go to the GPT tool that I created, which is, let's say, the post writer, and dump those scripts and say, write a script like this for my own LinkedIn. That way, because it has gone viral for Raj, if I rewrite it and add some context to it, it can also go viral for me. So what did I tell my team? Go through all the 3,000 posts of Raj, put it on a Google Sheet, make a note of likes, comments, views, everything, do data analysis to find the top 100 posts, go through Apify to download the top 100 videos, go through one more Apify tool right here, which is the platform called Apify, to download the transcripts of the tool. Once you have all the transcripts of the tool, upload them into ChatGPT one by one so that it can generate me 100 viral LinkedIn